Okay,
All right.
And I
save
met,
it for like,
I met Jared Markell with,
save it for
Stu
like
Levitt.
third or fourth segment, the Cabela's one.
You can take those speakers down. Turn that down.
So,
Hey, YouTube.
Hi, YouTube.
let me find my, ah, shoot, I left it at the office.
Oh, man.
It was sure getting hot when I left.
Yeah,
Where did you leave?
but you missed it, cause, I mean, that tornado thing, little mini, I mean, it was like a wind gust, a sustained wind gust
Just
that
the
just
website
ripped the crud out of
Sports
people's
News.
booths, just. And it went straight from like the shooting area, straight across, just missed the food trucks.
Oh,
And it flew tents, hundreds of yards.
oh, that's too bad. They had Sean's Barbecue out there. That's always really good.
Really?
Sean's Barbecue out of Saratoga Springs.
Oh, yeah?
Oh yeah. I wish I would have been able to stick around and have some of that.
I've never heard of it.
I entered a few drawings. Hope I get something.
How's your sandwich?
It's wonderful.
Yeah?
Thank you.
Oh, good.
That's the part I need.
We're getting that, that default music that they play when they don't have an ad or something.
Mm-hmm.
That means the show went short.
Really?
Little KG.
Yeah. Too much dead air before the commercial actually hits.
And it's kind of hard to say, we're gonna have dead air on. And that sounds bad in a radio context.
That does. That's not a good thing. We used to design dead air sensors for radio shows. So if we ever had dead air, it would start calling people and letting them know, your radio's off the air. Wow. We're at 3. It's already 3.
Oh, yeah. So what'd you have to get done this morning? At the cabin?
Well, I didn't make it to the cabin.
Oh.
I spent my time from 10 in the night last night till 3 in the morning at the hospital with my dad.
So I figure we'll do,
And he thought we
3 minutes
had a
intro,
heart attack.
and then go with that 7-minute one.
How is he?
He was okay. Didn't have a heart attack, but he's got to go see a cardiologist this week. So,
All right,
so I didn't get to the cabin.
So Bill, we'll do 3 minutes intro, go right into dead air.
Okay.
Um,
Dead air.
Oh.
We go. He'll
and then
come
you know
back.
what? I can't remember, how do we end on that dead air interview?
He'll come back to us, and we'll say we'll be right back
So,
after this
yeah,
message.
we'll come back to us after that, and then we'll say, and we'll be right back on Dun Radio Utah.
Yeah. Yeah,
What's the second one we're gonna do? I can't remember what we planned on second.
Flashpoint.
Flashpoint. We're gonna come back with flamethrowers.
And then after that, then I go into my sportsman's. We'll be right back. Then we come back on the third one at the end of the interview on that one.
Yeah.
We'll be right back after this message.
I'm gonna say, I met a couple flamers at Shoe Top.
I met a what?
Met a couple flamers at Shoe Top.
Oh, Wyndon.
There were flamers at Utah. There were definitely flamers.
What did they charge for that?
They didn't charge, I don't know, they didn't charge me.
Damn.
So how far do they shoot out? I'd love.
Like 25, 30 feet.
I don't know why, but when I was a little kid with the GI Joes and the little
Yeah.
army men, little plastic guys, I always wanted to be the flamethrower guy.
This one was
I always
actually
wanted
really
to be
cool
the
because
flamethrower.
it would shoot out a stream, and it wasn't a ball, it wasn't a big, it was a stream of fire, and then it would ignite whatever it touched because it would
Just
get
bond to it.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know why.
Wow.
Flamethrower guy. Those guys are badass. Until they got shot in the back. Better get your, someone better have your 6 on that one. First family reunion today too. Oh, it's gonna be a painful day today.
Oh.
So I haven't had any sleep. I
Where's-
slept in till like 10:30 today,
I slept till 1:30.
and then been doing stuff, and then I got a family reunion. So I haven't even made up for
Where's the family reunion?
in Cottonwood Heights at Karen's in-laws.
Where do they live?
Just on 24th East and about 6800 South. Not far from you.
Nope.
That's why you get the message when we go by every Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Bill's close by. Clark's close by.
I got it last
Casey's
night,
close
as a matter
by.
of
Say
fact.
hi. How much time we got?
1 minute 41.
Okay.
You want the monitor on?
Oh, it's good. We're good.
Wow. If I were to, you hear this, Pedersen's hit the microphone.
We've lost Bill. Bill's out.
Oh, I'll tell you, it sucks getting old.
Uh-huh.
Poor guy.
Seriously, that's so sad.
Well, and the hard thing is, he just doesn't know what, it's like, I've never had to deal with this. He goes,
Yeah.
I don't even know what to expect.
Oh, you know what? Are we on YouTube right now? Okay, so I have to be careful. But
Okay.
the CEO of the head of security for, it's hard to say without saying who it is. CEO of a big company that we all know, based in Utah. Actually not the CEO, under the direction of the CEO, the head of security for that company.
Who's that?
I can't tell you, because we're on YouTube. It was a kind of a. Anyways, wants me to bring a bunch of guns out to a remote location on the 24th.
I am in town.
Hey. Okay, 10.
I'm in town.
Forum. I have only 5 words for you.
From my cold, dead hands.
It's time for Gun Radio Utah. No apologies. A show dedicated to preserving and protecting your constitutional right to bear arms for your security and sport. Here's your host, well-known gun rights advocate and chairman of the Utah Shooting Sports Council, Clark Aposian.
Hey, good afternoon and welcome to Gun Radio Utah. There are no apologies whatsoever. Bill, Casey, Dorn in the studio today.
Live.
We have got, oh, you don't want to miss this show. This is a Shootah 2019 show. That's what we're going to call that. We've got interviews with all the movers and shakers with Shootah 2019, the Gun Fandango.
Fandango. It's kind of like a pride event, wasn't it?
What do you mean, a pride event?
You had some flamers out there.
Yeah.
Oh,
you had
there were.
flamers.
I did. I did see some flamers out there.
We'll talk about that.
Utah. We're going to talk about that, I think, in the second segment.
Yep.
But for this first segment, we've got an interview. Basically, it's dead air. and when you say dead air
On the
on radio,
show.
that sounds bad. No, it won't be dead air. It's dead air suppressors,
Cool.
which is it's
Hooray!
actually a cool name for.
It is.
for this company.
It's a great name.
And and Mike Pappas. So it did an interview with Mike Pappas, and Dorn was out there to Shootah with us. And I don't think Dorn. You hadn't met Mike Pappas, had you? What'd you think? He's an interesting guy.
Interesting guy.
He is. I like Mike.
I like that he
Well,
owns
yeah,
a tank.
Yeah,
Well,
he owns a tank. He does own a tank.
He's an easy gentleman to impersonate too. Have
Yeah.
you ever noticed that?
No.
Well, it'd be like his questions. Well, Clark, what's your problem? well, why can't you do that? We're gonna do what? We're gonna talk on the radio. Why are we doing radio? Why not television? Aren't you
know what?
telephone?
That
Aren't you
actually
television
does
great?
that actually does sound a lot like
Yeah.
Mike. That really does. And so
Mike's a great guy.
anytime I'm about ready to introduce somebody to Mike, I always have to warn him. I
Yeah,
say,
you
okay.
did warn me.
I did warn you, didn't I?
You sure
Yeah.
did.
There's a
Anyway.
few people you have to warn about.
So, Brad,
It's not for your
so
safety.
Brad, so here we go. We're going to go with the Mike Pappas interview from Utah, and then we'll be right back. So, Brad, you want to run that one? Thank you. Hey, welcome back to Utah 2019. I'm Clark Aposhin. And with me right now is Mike Pappas, who is with Dead
that
Air
going through?
Silencers. You're actually the field marshal for Dead Air.
It's true, yeah, and I can prove that, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you can
Well, now
focus in
on radio,
that, but-
radio, they aren't going to be able to see that.
Oh,
but,
you can't.
But they're gonna get the
Oh,
hell out of
hold
that
on, hold on,
video.
hold on.
They're going to get the hell out of
I've got
that
a
video.
question
Okay,
for
yeah.
you now.
All right, a question for me. Yeah.
So you say we're on audio only.
Yeah. Well, we're on video too.
Oh, but what do we need the video for? Are we not going to use it?
Because I have a damn good-looking face.
You do.
And
It's
so
true.
anytime
I can't
that we
argue
have an
that.
opportunity, there's a camera.
Okay.
I want to be on
Enough
video,
said.
too.
It's a
So,
personal thing.
Yeah, yeah. But we're going to have you on anyway. But
Okay.
mostly just on audio. All right.
Okay, I understand.
So speak right into there. Are we getting this okay, Doran? All right, fantastic. We're here on a lull in the action at Utah 2019. It's lunchtime, so there's no gunfire. So we'll get some good audio.
Look, I don't mean to. I know
You do mean to.
this is very important to me.
Okay.
I know that you can't see this, but in odd circumstance, we're actually in the silencer call booth. I may feel more comfortable if we went over to the Dead Air booth and got out of their way, but
We can do
That's-
that. We can hop the
or
table.
we go over to OSS's
We can hop
booth.
the table because for as many suppressors and silencers are here, it's kind of noisy. With all
Don't
the talking.
say that.
With all the talking. All right.
Yeah, no, there is. You're right.
All
You're
right.
right. Okay.
All right. So would you feel more comfortable over there?
Well, I feel like we're intruding on someone else's. Like,
All right,
hey, I'm
okay.
having a barbecue,
All right.
but I'm going to use your backyard.
All right. Okay.
You're always welcome in my home.
Hey, thanks, guys.
Always welcome in my home.
All right. Now we've just changed locations, physical locations.
I felt
We're under a whole
super
new tent.
uncomfortable doing that over there.
Do you notice how much quieter it is here?
Well, we got the air gun guys.
You got the air gun
They're
guys.
a little chattery
All right,
right
now,
now.
tell us about what what does Dead Air do?
Dead Air manufactures firearm silencers.
Yeah.
That's our game.
So why would you want to silence a firearm? Isn't that sounds like a criminal
You know,
activity?
no.
To me.
Look, I don't know.
Sure sounds like it.
But if you want to, it would be the same thing as asking why a guy wants a boat. Look, if you want a boat, get a boat. I don't care.
I don't have a boat.
But what do you have that you don't need?
Nothing.
You golf?
Everything I need.
Come on.
I need everything.
Don't be like that. Give me something here. Don't make me beat it out of
All
you.
right, maybe the third Humvee.
You fly
I don't,
fish?
I
Oh,
don't
that's-
need the third Humvee. I need the first two. but maybe the
Military
third
truck. That'd be a good one.
one. Yeah.
Humvee. Okay.
Yeah.
You don't need it, but you wanted it. You've got it. I love it. I think it's
Speaking
awesome.
from the man who has a tank. So anyway, yeah. Anyway,
I get that.
Yeah, you do get that. And so you manufacture suppressors,
Yes, sir.
silencers,
Yes, sir.
and tell me some of the names of your suppressors are actually pretty dang cool.
Okay, I'll start on like Rimfire. Our Rimfire product is called a Mask. We have a centerfire handgun can, 45 ACP and down, that we call the Ghost. We have a specific 9mm can that we call the Odessa. And then we have it's really geared to the Kalashnikov platform, Wolverine.
Okay.
And then in the Sandman series, we have a K, an S, an L, and a TI, which is direct thread, not QD mount like the
Not like the little quick
KS
mount.
and
Right.
correct.
Right.
And then we also have a Nomad, which is a tubeless, welded together, dual chamber, lighter weight, kind of a offering, and that really fits a lot with more of the common guy.
Why should I buy, why should I buy a Dead Air suppressor over
Well,
something else?
Tell me, oh, you know, I forgot a can.
Yeah, you did?
Yeah, I did.
What'd you forget?
The Wolfman.
The Wolfman, that's the new one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the new one. We have a Wolf
Yeah.
and a Wolfman, which is a little different configuration and
What's the difference?
mildly different.
Why'd you
It's-
why is it a different can?
The original Wolf splits in the middle.
Okay.
So the original idea was to make it the small section when you take it apart. Hey, Todd, is we're actually just doing audio. Is minimum, very smallest that you can get and make it comfortable to shoot. But I believe people wanted the small section to be a little bit larger, so we kind of moved the split point of it. So we added a couple baffles to the back and took a couple baffles off the front. It's got a little bit different geometry, and it is rated for some more aggressive rifle calibers than the original.
All right.
Wolf.
How about? Is there a difference on a can that'll shoot regular, like, you know, a shot here and a shot there, say on a bolt action rifle, versus a fully automatic?
Yes.
What's the difference?
For us, we use a fully welded Stellite baffle stack for the real aggressive cans, like the Sandman series.
So if you don't have that, do you risk
wanna be
your
able-
suppressor falling apart?
I wouldn't say that, but you're going to get more baffle erosion, and yes, you are certainly going to be more susceptible to failure. They will fail faster.
Yeah.
Not to say that you can't auto it a little bit, but you don't want to auto the living tar out
The
of
only
it.
way I want to shoot my gun is when that suppressor is glowing orange.
A Sandman's
way I
your
want it.
baby.
Sandman is the one. All right. How do
Yep.
people find out about Dead Air?
We have Instagram, Facebook. We're on a thing called the internet too. I hear people
Right.
get on that.
Yeah, it's
so
a thing. It's a passing fancy.
It's something like deadairsilencers.com.
DeadAirSilencers.com.
So we have any normal means. We're easy to find. We're not hiding. We're available.
Yeah, I know that you have other states, but I'm still calling this a Utah company.
Yeah, I mean, we're a little spread out, and I
You're
think
a
of
Utah-
us
you're
as
a Utah guy.
100%.
Yeah.
Our engineers here, I'm here, customer service is here. We have our head sales guys in Texas. We have a couple Texas guys. We have a guy in Virginia, Florida,
Yeah.
North Carolina.
All right. Well, this has been an exciting conversation with Mike Pappas, Field Marshal of Dead Air Suppressors. Do you call them suppressors or silencers?
Anything you want. I usually call it a can.
A can.
But look, I'm not here to
Take a look. Go on Dead Air. What's that website address?
Dead Air
again?
Silencers.
Dead Air Silencers. Take a look at Mike Pappas's cans. All right, that ended kind of without fanfare. All right, so we'll be right back on Gun Radio Utah, and we've got the Flamers coming up.
It's Heidi Summers, health and wellness expert, with your...
Did that work out okay, getting the audio off that shotgun mic?
I thought that sounded great.
Is that what you used? That answers,
Shotgun mic,
that answers why the pattern was the way it was, because you used your phone, right?
For my stuff,
Yeah, it worked out great.
Yeah, I had the...
Did you have a windsock on it as well?
Yeah. That baby.
Oh, yeah.
sock on it.
I had a dead cat in there that I can put...
Is it a directional then?
Dead
Yeah.
cat.
It's a real fuzzy, furry one.
Black, white, black. Yeah, no, that worked out really well.
Okay. And, you know, normally I have a little Zoom audio recorder that I can plug this into, but I forgot to bring it. So
Yeah, that was
I
fine.
plugged the camera instead.
Sometimes those things, that worked out fine.
Minute
Well, and it was nice that there was no shooting going on.
There is some shooting on the Simex.
All the others have shooting.
Yeah.
So, and you'll hear it.
But I think it turned out okay. The Simex, there was some shooting in the background, but it's
Yeah, suppressed.
the pattern on the shotgun.
Yeah, it worked out really well. Don't yawn. girl.
So that check. So I put the wrong address on that check.
I don't know. It came back though.
I'll take it.
Have we gotten it yet?
Hey, you guys
It's
show me
probably
pictures of
in
this
the-
place.
50 seconds.
Oh, but new house.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'll send you the link. To see.
Oh, it's a link.
We got 45 seconds. And this is the so. So Brad, I'll just intro it. and
This
then
is
we'll
4
talk about
minutes,
it
so we got some
after. Yeah, we
time
got
to
plenty
cover.
of time after. Okay. You know what we can talk about?
Here's something new at
You know what? They now buy, sell, and trade used handguns, rifles, and shotguns at their Midvale store at 165 West, 7200 South. For trade sales, choose from cash, gift card, or trade-in for another firearm. Surplus and law enforcement trade-ins are also on hand. All guns purchased from Sportsman's Warehouse are eligible for their firearm service plan, which includes a 15% discount on any services through their gunsmithing center.
Hey, fellow Americans, Donald Trump here. That's President of the United States Trump to you snowflakes. Have I got a deal for you? You're totally going to love it. It is huge. A huge deal. Gun Radio Utah. No apologies. With Clark Potion on KNRS.
All right, thanks, Donald. So we are back on Gun Radio Utah. No apologies. Doran, you brought a buddy of yours, a coworker. Is that right? And where's he from? You don't have a mic though.
No.
He's Mumbai.
Mumbai.
I just like to say Mumbai. And his name is Ritesh. A little shout out to Ritesh there. He had never fired a gun before. You kind of pushed him into the deep end of the pool.
Yeah, you just kind of shoved him over the edge.
How do you come out of Mumbai without firing a firearm?
The
Very carefully.
The Mumbaians don't have guns over there. The Mumbaiites.
The Mumbaiites.
Yeah, they do not. They do not. So he fired. You were telling me that he fired a full auto 9mm. Yeah. That's jumping right off to the deep end. Good for him. And he seemed to be kind of excited as he's walking around, seeing all the new stuff. That's good. So we've got an interview coming up with this is the Flashpoint technology. Is that right?
Flashpoint, yeah.
The Flashpoint Flamers.
The Flashpoint Flamers.
Yeah, the Flashpoint Flamers.
The pride of Utah.
You know,
so, I wish I could have been there. I've always have wanted. I'd love to shoot a flamethrower.
You know what? I'm going to buy one. I would have bought one today, but they ran out of the big ones.
Oh.
And I didn't tell Casey. So anyway, I got to do a shout out. I got to do a shout out to Heidi and Chris. I met Heidi and Chris there first time at Utah.
Oh.
They are listeners to Gun Radio Utah, by the way.
Wow.
And
number one fans.
We're up to 5?
5 listeners, yeah.
If
Not
you count
counting
us too. So shout out to Heidi and Chris. They were there. They were looking at all the sites. Lots of vendors there today, and a mini tornado. All right. So listen to this interview we just did today with the Flashpoint. So we are back at Utah 2019. I'm joined by Matt Kelly. Matt, you're with Flashpoint Industries, and you have arguably one of the most unique items here at Utah this year. Tell me about it.
So what we have here is the XM42 handheld flamethrower. It's commercially available and there are no NFA restrictions on it.
Okay, now as I look at this thing, I have seen the Elon Musk, it's not a flamethrower, and it's basically how would you describe that?
So you're right, it's not a flamethrower. It's a torch. It's a propane torch used for burning weeds in the yard. Same thing you can buy at Home Depot. It's just put in a Nerf gun body.
Now, how is yours different though?
So ours actually does shoot flames, making it a flamethrower. We use a liquid fuel source and shoot it through a propane torch, very similar to Elon Musk's, to light the flame, and it'll extend out to 30-foot range.
So as I'm looking at this demonstration you have here, I would say that target is probably 30 feet away, and you are hitting it with a very thin stream, a very coherent stream of flame, and it sticks right onto that target.
Yeah, so, this flamethrower was originally designed for utilitarian purpose, but as it turns out, there's a lot of people that just like to own flamethrowers. So one of the dangerous things about a lot of the military flamethrowers that have been out there is that they just emit this huge ball of fire, right, which is pretty hard to control. With our flamethrower, we're actually just emitting a stream of fuel out of a basically 16th-inch diameter nozzle that's pressurized by a performance aftermarket fuel pump for automotive applications, and by using the right fuel mixture, you can get it to actually just burn that stream.
It's about almost halfway.
Fuel at the end of the 30 feet, like you said, that will allow you to catch whatever it is that you're shooting on fire.
Sorry, what was that?
Restrictions, say, in the state of Utah on owning and using one of these?
The only states that have restrictions are California, which limits you
In the video, it's about 2 minutes in, and it's about halfway.
You have to have a permit to own. And there's one town in Michigan that regulates them. Other than that, there are no.
You guys are free to talk. I took you guys off the air, and then once it's done, I'll put you back on.
So what we like to advertise is using a 70% diesel and 30% gasoline mix, but you can burn gasoline, diesel, and denatured alcohol out of it. The mixture that we recommend gives you peak performance. The diesel allows the fuel to kind of burn a little bit longer, and it also hits and sticks to whatever it is that you're trying to shoot. If you were to increase the percentage of gasoline that you put in there, it's going to burn hotter and faster. You're not going to have as much of the residual fuel to catch what it is that you're shooting on fire. But it's a much more impressive flame.
It's definitely an impressive flame. And now the interesting thing about one of these is there's no backpack on this. It's all handheld. You could literally probably do it with one hand. Is that right, or would you need two?
You could do it with one hand, yeah. We have had a lot of people dual wielding these things, one in each hand, shooting them. We have two models available. One of them we call the XM42 Lite. One of the other model is the XM42 Modular. The Lite does have one tank on it, and it's about 20-second burn time, and you can operate that with one hand. The Modular version has a front grip on it as well as a rear grip with the momentary switch that sends the fuel, and it has interchangeable tanks, and we actually offer a backpack kit for that. So if anybody had more of a utilitarian application
About 30 seconds
and they required longer than the 30-second burn time that comes standard with the 4-inch diameter tank, they can purchase the backpack unit, and it comes with the kit and all the fittings and tools and instructions necessary to attach the Modular to the backpack, which gives you 3.5 minutes of burn time.
How do people find out more information about this?
Check it out at xm42.com.
xm42.com. Thank you very much. Flashpoint Industries, check it out. Okay, so Casey, I'm gonna get one of those.
No, I want one.
You'll have nothing and
no,
love it.
we'll each get one and we'll blast
I like
at each other.
the idea that you could use it. Why couldn't we use it for some brush cleanup
or snow removal?
Yeah, I mean,
Snow removal.
I think there's some people down in Bryan Head that would love to use that.
Yeah, there you go.
Clear out that
I forgot
shrubbery.
to add. So a lot of vendors there selling primarily Utah type stuff. I mean, it's like 95% Utah companies.
Excellent.
And one of them, those obviously they have a presence in Utah, is Cabela's. So Cabela's was there selling their wares, and they had a big one of those bear-proof chests. Are they really bear-proof or are they bear-resistant?
Oh, like the Yetis and
the ice chest, yeah. But there was a Cabela's name though.
Oh yeah, they have a Cabela's branded version of the ice cooler. Yeah,
yeah.
They're actually really nice coolers. Anything that can keep ice and bears out for over a week, that's awesome.
So, and I just wanted to remind folks that they gave me the go-ahead to say this.
Okay.
That if you transfer a firearm, you buy a gun online.
Right.
And despite what former President Obama says, you can't. Obama. You can't buy. You can buy a gun on the internet, but you can't have it shipped to your house. For goodness sakes, and he knows that. But you can have it shipped to a place like an FFL, like Cabela's or any other FFL, and then for the paperwork, for the privilege of doing your paperwork there, they'll charge you $30, and that's fairly typical among FFLs. The difference with Cabela's is if you go and buy $30 worth of ammo, guess what? You can.
You don't have to pay the $30
You bypass
paperwork?
that, yeah. As long as you buy $30 worth of something, you don't have to pay for the transfer. All right, and Bill, you were going to say who this is brought to us by.
Yeah, this segment's been brought to you by the Gunsmith at Sportsman's Warehouse. You can always check out Sportsman's Warehouse for your gunsmithing needs, whether it's cleaning, oiling, just metal finishing, Cerakoting, barrel action, stocks, whatever. If you've got an heirloom or a gun that you'd like to have some work on, check out any Sportsman's Warehouse anywhere in the nation, and they can get you hooked up. Or if you want to contact the Gunsmith pros here directly, 1630 South, 5070 West, Suite 200, Salt Lake City, Utah. Give them a call at 1-800-761-1252, and we'll be right back.
For more information about
that was professional. That was well
yeah.
done. My goodness sakes. All right.
I'm going to do a voiceovers when I'm done with this career.
When you're what?
Done with this career.
Done with this career.
Yeah, you're not gonna be done with this career.
Hey, YouTube.
Yeah.
If you are watching on YouTube, go into your comments and leave us a live chat. Tell us where you're listening, watching from, and
What should we do with that? We should do
did you
a Hey
guys
Google thing.
show up at Shootaw? Are you gonna come
Hey
next
Google,
time?
What should we
Blue
have?
Light 11 says hello from St. George.
What's that?
Blue Light 11 says hello from St. George.
Awesome. Hey, I like St. George.
Hey, I think we should have Hey Google play Kung Fu Fighting on Pandora or something. I don't know. We got about 2 minutes left on this one. Well, what would you say then?
I don't
AC/DC Shoot to Thrill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey Google,
Somebody
play
just
AC/DC Shoot to Thrill.
sent me a Facebook message that now they want a freaking flamethrower.
Yeah.
You know what?
I'm just gonna order one. I've got the guy's info, and I'm gonna order one. They have 2 different sizes.
Are they military surplus or
No, they are.
make them?
They're made flamethrowers, but this is a legit one. I mean, it's got a pressurized tank, and it's all right there. There's no backpack, but they have one that you can do a backpack
So I can't take my weed eater or my weed killer spray pump and just pour it in there and tie a bic on the end of it and light it.
Bill, I don't know. But
just trying to get a little.
But
clever.
you can buy one.
But okay.
I don't want to be cheap.
You're sounding cheap.
You know what? You could probably fill it with deer urine and spray it everywhere and attract a whole bunch of deer in that.
Hey, did I tell you I got my tag?
Yeah, I think I figured that out on YouTube.
Yeah.
Which tag?
Or on-
My triple season hunt.
Oh, you did get that? Oh no, I didn't know you got
Yeah,
that.
I got that one this way. That's my only
What
hunt now
location?
I've got. It's up at the cabin
Yeah.
in an open bowl area.
Yeah.
So I get to do archery, rifle, and muzzleloader.
All right, so this is Simex, right? This one's coming up as
Yeah,
Simex?
Simex, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
Cool.
But I'll tell you, when you go online and you go to buy the tag,
30
and
seconds.
you're in and there's nothing there, you go, crap, I gotta hit the refresh screen. Oh, you're 547th person in line. I'm like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. I was first 2 seconds ago.
Really?
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, you gotta
Right,
wait,
15 seconds.
you gotta wait, and then all of a sudden it pops up and I can buy it, and it's like, it was nuts. Driving me nuts. Utah lottery.
Radio Utah with Clark Aposhin on Talk Radio 105.9 KNRS. Listen and you'll know.
Yeah, you'll know. We
But
were at
we know
Shootaw
What am I
today.
gonna know?
You'll know nothing and love it. Anyway, so Dorn and I went to Shootaw today.
Yeah.
Shootaw 2019 out in the west of
I feel
Eagle
bad because
Mountain.
I would have been there as well. I had to kind of take care of some
You
things.
had a thing.
but
Yeah,
I had
you
a
had a
little thing
thing.
to take care of. But I've been out there before.
Yeah.
That's when we shot the 2911. Remember that Tiffany blue?
That's
Oh,
right.
yeah, that was so
That was
fun.
fun.
It was the double
double barrel.
1911.
Yeah.
Yeah, I shot that.
The
Yeah, you shot
2-barrel
that.
1911.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
That was fun.
Why don't we have one of those yet?
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, no doubt. In
Winton.
Oh, you know I'm in trouble now. She knows with that. Welcome back to Gun Radio Utah. We have another interview coming up with a real interesting company. And I had to tell you, because I think the days of copper-jacketed lead ammo are on their way. I mean, how long have we been doing that? Since there's been guns.
Well, exactly. Well, I'm trying to remember the company out of, were they out of Arizona that did that simulation ammo that was a polymer brand, and then they got bought by Ruger.
Yeah.
And I still have those bullets. I still have loaded. I haven't shot them yet, but I want to.
Yeah, they were like a self-tapping screw,
Exactly.
essentially, but the size of a bullet, and it was compressed polymer, so it was really lightweight.
Very lightweight, but
wasn't designed to
very
expand.
damaging.
Yeah, now so it took that whole concept of expansion and, without getting too graphic, that tissue disruption type thing, and didn't rely on the expanding bullet,
right?
But relied on more of a
kinetic energy.
putting a prop for your outboard motor into the water real quick. That's basically what this bullet would do.
Yeah, put a
All
fancy blade on it.
So along those lines, we spoke with Bill Riley over at Simex, and Brad, let's play that interview from today.
Hey, and welcome to Shootaw 2019. We're here with Bill Riley, CEO, Simex Ammunition, Simex Corp.
Simex Tactical Solutions. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, Simex Tactical Solutions. Let me tell you, this is the newest ammo that you have not heard about. This is going to be the future of ammunition as I looked at it. And I've been looking at, gone are the days of copper and lead. It's just, Bill, tell us about Simex Ammunition. What is it?
Well, Simex Ammunition is the new generation of non-lead, sub-mass, hypervelocity ammunition.
Wow. Okay. Sub-mass.
Okay. Sub-mass is a new category of ammunition. You have heavy, standard, lightweight, and then sub-mass below that.
What do we do with this? I mean, that's super lightweight.
Yep.
So you're getting faster speeds?
Yes, our velocities in our handguns are rifle velocities in a handgun. We're going 1900 feet per second to 2,300 feet per second in a handgun.
2,300 feet per second. I'm assuming that's 10 mil?
Yeah, that is our 10 mil, and our actually 9 mils going that fast too.
No kidding.
Yes.
Okay. Now, tell me what the stuff is made out of. Tell me the exact makeup of it.
Okay, our range core is a copper alloy jacket with a synthetic composite core. And that core is really the magic. It is a non-Newtonian fluid property which firms up when it's shot. It's able to fly faster, quicker, but it also is malleable so it doesn't burn out the barrel at those velocities.
Okay. You passed by a few things. Non-Newtonian.
Yeah.
What?
That is like, cornstarch, as you're messing around with cornstarch and water, and it's soft when you play with it, and then you punch it, it firms up.
Yeah.
That's what we have.
Okay, so is it cornstarch? Is that what you're making this?
Oh, absolutely not.
You won't tell me, will you?
I can't, but that's a great question.
And so it kind of almost defies the laws of physics as we know it, especially with regards to lead and copper ammunition.
Well, a lot of people said that, but what we found is new laws of physics, and we applied them. And by doing so, we're able to accomplish so much more than you could with lead.
Okay. How fast is your rifle stuff going?
Our rifle stuff, we are now in beta rounds. Our 300 Win Mag is going 5,000 feet per second.
That was the unicorn.
Yes.
That was the unobtainable speed.
And the great thing about that, Clark, is it's very simple. It is 7,000 below PSI below pressures, so we have a lot of room to go.
So you've got higher speed, lower pressures.
Absolutely.
So what are the applications for this Simex ammunition?
So we started off with the range round. So we have a range core. Then you have a duty core, which is the police officers. And then we have a battle core. And the battle core obviously is for our war fighters. But we also are going to have
I love the background.
That great got me.
Yeah.
But we also have a civilian defense round. And we're moving into that range. And then eventually in the future, we will actually have hunting rounds.
How do people find out more about Simex ammunition?
So you can go to simexammo.com. It's simxammo.com.
Simxammo.com. Bill Riley, CEO. You're going places with this stuff. I cannot wait. I've shot the stuff. I've shot the stuff in 10 mil.
Absolutely.
And it feels like a range 9 mil.
Yeah, so what we said...
It feels like it's so much lighter, softer recoil.
So the ballistics is you're shooting up a caliber, but it feels a caliber below.
Yeah. And how about accuracy? That's the other thing I wanted to ask you about. One, I mean, I assume you're going to have great accuracy just for the mere fact that it's in the air less time. I mean, it's not, it takes less time to get to the target.
Yeah, we're half the time of the get to the target, but we're a very flat shooting ammo, so we're very accurate.
All right. Well, I can't wait to hear more. Simexammunition.com?
Yeah, simexammo.com.
Simexammo.com. Bill, thanks very much.
Thank you very much, Clark.
And we are back live on Gun Radio Utah. That was our interview with Bill Riley with Simex Ammo. You can go to Simex, SIMX.com. Simex Ammo.
Simexammo.com,
yeah. So anyway, it's neat stuff. And I think probably because I've been not necessarily associated, but I've known about this ammo for a number of years.
Right.
And I think his comparison or his linking it to that cornstarch. I know that's kind of a weird thing, but you know you make that cornstarch mixture, and if you throw it against something, it's really hard. But it's when you're just softly malleable. It's that. Anyway, that's the same kind of thing. It's reverse Newtonian physics. I know it went right over.
Yeah, my head.
Yeah, it went right over there. He went right over that. So
way over.
it's interesting stuff. It's secret. It's secret technology.
Yeah.
So they've got it in
super
hollow
secret.
point, full metal jacket. Any other configuration?
So it depends. They got range core ammo. You've got your tactical stuff for military. You've got law enforcement grade. You have different stuff like that.
Okay, so what would be the difference between law enforcement grade, which they call duty core here, and range core?
I don't know.
In a hollow point.
I don't know.
Well, we need to get them in here and talk about it.
No, we need to go to the range with it because
Okay.
I fired the stuff. It is like, because a lot of recoil is dependent on the weight of that projectile leaving the barrel.
Exactly.
And since you've got a lighter projectile, you're going to get a softer recoil.
And you said, and we're talking during the interview here, just off air, they've got it in 10?
Yeah, they have it in 10. Yeah, they were shooting full auto 10 today.
Bill needs to go get this. I don't know what Karen's gonna say,
Yep.
but Bill needs this.
Well, I mean, Karen, she's a proud listener and supporter of me.
Hi,
on
Karen.
Gun Radio Utah.
Bill wants to buy a bunch of Simex ammo.
So
anyway, speaking about that, Brad, how much time we got on this segment? Just with oh, really? Hey, did you hear about Walmart?
No.
So you got to figure, Walmart is probably one of the biggest firearm retailers in the nation.
Really?
Yeah, they don't have a broad selection of long guns. They don't sell handguns. But in those stores where they do sell long guns, they sell a ton of them. You know why? It's because their buying power is enormous.
Really?
They can buy stuff, and they can just basically tell the manufacturer, here's how much we're willing to spend per unit.
Oh, geez.
So I have heard that they can sell stuff. Now, it's not your super cool tactical AR-15 and that kind of stuff.
just
It's
a
your real
basic.
basics type stuff. But they can sell stuff to the consumer cheaper than some of these retail stores can buy them from their distributor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we found that out when we were buying a 1022.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
So-
that was.
Anyway, so in New Mexico, they passed a new law that says no more private sales have to go through a background check.
Oh, okay.
And all FFLs have to make themselves available to do that background check. So if someone comes in, someone wants to transfer a gun, person A, person B, they both come into the store and that FFL, now they can charge something for that, obviously, 20, 30 bucks or whatever they're going to charge. But Walmart kind of freaks out about that. And they said, first off, we don't let people even walk out of the store with a gun they buy. They have to escort you out.
Really?
And then you're in the parking lot, and then you're on your own.
Oh.
Now they're going to have people coming into their store with guns, with all sorts of guns, beyond what they normally sell, and, ready for the transfer. So in New Mexico, the Walmarts, forget it, we aren't selling guns anymore.
Oh, dear.
Well,
They
that's
went there.
interesting because there was an article that just came out, and I was I'll see if I can find it maybe next segment, where they're telling, law enforcement do not like Walmarts.
Oh,
It
really?
draws the wrong
Oh.
crowd.
Well, you know what?
It's where one of the highest crimes.
I could see that.
They literally
theft.
have, in some areas, they have a police officer stationed at
At
the
the
Walmart.
And
Because
that
for
just
shoplifting
blows
and
me
that.
away. Yeah,
Anyway.
exactly.
And for ice cream licking, they're now putting cops in front of the ice cream
Oh, you
section.
went there. You
Oh,
went there.
I did.
You went there.
That's awesome.
All right. When we come back, we're going to hear from the CEOs, the owners of Shootah, and lots more fun stuff. Stay tuned.
Individual rates, coverage offerings, and savings may vary. Subject to terms.
Yeah, what? I think we should open up boxes of ammunition and lick them. Or go to Home Depot and lick a screwdriver. And put it back. Lick the barrel of an AR-15 and put it back.
I'll tell you, that licking stuff is like...
I know, it's so
Then
gross.
I saw someone opened up an Arizona tea and
I heard
spit
about
it.
that.
I saw
But they
that
caught him.
too.
The one great thing is they caught them.
Yeah.
I saw that too, though, where he's spitting it. Ugh.
So I'm not buying anything unless
No,
it is
sealed.
so super sealed packed that you
Yeah.
have to unrivet it.
Yeah, that is so true. That's funny. How much more time do we have?
So at 57:20, it does? Okay, thanks.
What is that?
57 minutes, 20 seconds, it'll start playing our background music for the end of the show.
So how much time do we have left?
I don't know. Any idea how much we've got left total? Oh, okay, 11 minutes, and then 4 of that is going to be the interview, right? 4 something. Okay, cool. All right, so we've got plenty to talk about. Do you have anything? You talk about your
That's
three.
including the interview. Yeah.
San Diego voted jail time for gun owners that don't secure their firearms.
What? Who did that?
San Diego?
San Diego City.
Oh, wow.
Well, you know what? And my thought is, there's already existing laws for that.
Yeah.
Or when does that come into effect? After somebody gets shot or before?
Well, that was the
Can
thing.
they go into your Can they go into your house and see if you
Because
have
the house got broken into the next day, and the father couldn't get to his gun. The son got to the gun and shot the 2 perps.
Oh,
Where was this?
In San Diego.
Oh, wow.
The very next day after they ruled on this.
Oh, you have to talk about that.
Yeah, you should.
So.
Got a minute 20.
Okay.
All right, and
Concealed carry permit holders are the most law-abiding demographic of U.S. citizens.
and
according
murder
to-
rates drop as concealed carry permits soar. A report from WashingtonTimes.com.
Yeah.
How many states? Wait a minute, this is dated. How many states do we have with permitless carry? A lot more than 8.
Oh no, we should have. We should be up
15?
to. No, we should be up to about 17 or 18 now.
Yeah. I don't know how old this is then. I thought it was new. But we'll talk about. Why don't we go into yours after?
Permit holders are convicted of
30
felonies and
seconds.
misdemeanors at a less than 1/6 the rate of police officers.
What was that from? Where was that?
That is from Crime Prevention Research.
Oh, that's
Center.
John Lott.
Yeah.
So John Lott actually ran a story today or yesterday that I was quoted in.
Oh, did he? Maybe
I
this
put
is
it on
part of
Facebook.
it too.
That's probably it.
From the Daily Caller.
I don't know.
Let me see if it says anything,
The-
Mr.
the Pravda.
Aposhin.
We have to think of a good Armenian or Russian name for
For a dog.
a dog.
On this show, welcome back to Gun Radio Utah with Clark Aposhin on Talk Radio 1059 KNRS. Listen, and you'll know.
Welcome back to Gun Radio Utah. No apologies. I'm your host, Clark Aposhin, in the studio. Casey Jane.
What up?
Bill Pedersen.
James Orange.
Doran, who doesn't have a mic, but he is,
He's doing all the video.
the video.
The
So
great
go to
audio
YouTube.
and video work.
Go to
of-
YouTube.
For your damn looking good face.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to watch this live, you can go to
Glass, our
Utah, you can go
producer.
to Facebook, and Facebook Gun Radio Utah. Get the link there. Go to YouTube, find the live link, and you can watch us.
Yeah.
Or you can just plain listen to us on KNRS, the same station that Rod Arquette is on every Monday through Friday, every day, Monday through Friday, from 3 to 7.
Yeah. You like to listen to
No,
that
4 to
show.
7. Excuse me, 4 to 7.
Yeah.
What did I? Yeah,
Yeah.
I do. I liked it. I
listen to that every day.
Yeah, I do.
Well, I watch my divorce court.
Yeah, and
stuff.
I put my headphones in, and I don't have to listen to that. That is going to rot your brain. All this kind of stuff, especially since you take notes on it too, which is just weird. It's just wrong. It's just wrong. So before we do that last interview with the owners of Utah, who I find they're wonderful people, and just what a great concept they've had. I wanted to point out that from a from a Washington Times article. Murder rates drop as concealed carry permits soar.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the number of concealed carry handgun permits has skyrocketed since right about the time President Obama was elected. Was first elected. And while at the same time murder rates have fallen. This is according to a new report released on Wednesday. So we are at a 45-year low in murder rates and violent crime.
What can we do to fix that?
Bill, have you been paying attention? Bill?
Oh, yeah, it's a low.
You're fired.
It's a low.
Yeah.
It's a low.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, we've got, something like, I don't know how many million permits there are out there, but obviously more than ever. And this doesn't even take into account the states. What are we at now? 15 states or something? 16
or 17.
16 or 17
yeah.
states that do not have.
I'm almost thinking we might be up
permit
to 18.
requirement. Yeah.
So
no
Utah's
permit
not
requirement.
one of them.
Yeah, I know. We should have
maybe
been like
after the
second or
next
third.
election. I don't know.
Yeah.
We
So
need some help. Where's JJ? He needs to come back and run for governor again.
well,
Exactly.
yeah.
Serious.
Actually, I just had some communication with him.
I
with,
saw him playing around with Mike Pence the other day.
Yeah.
I just
That
had
was
some.
pretty dang cool.
He wished
some
me a
calm
happy
with
birthday.
JJ.
Who? Mike Pence?
No, JJ.
JJ?
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
We're not interrupting you two, are we? All right, Bill, what did you have over there? You had something. And
Well,
we got to go quick before we
Okay.
get this interview
well,
going.
Let me do this one. This is a shorter one. I'm going to spin off a little subject, though. This Utah DWR just announced a new program for their predator program for coyotes, in which now, in order to collect your bounty, you have to use a mobile app to record your kill and location. You still have to send in the samples that they request, but you can go to Utah DWR to get more information on that. I've downloaded the app. The app has a little bit of work to be done on it, but they are changing the rules around a little bit to help protect the state of Utah against, I'm going to just say, bad people out there trying to steal and scam money off of the state of Utah.
Oh. Hey, so how do you prove that you got this coyote?
You smile, take a picture next to it, do a selfie.
Do you really? You don't have to provide any physical proof?
There is paperwork that you have to fill out, time and date and location of the kill, and then you have to send in some samples, tissue samples from the coyote.
And then you get money for this.
Yeah, and then you get
how much do you get money?
$50.
$50 per nostril or per beer
animal.
or whatever?
Per animal. Yeah.
Okay.
Per nostril.
But
$25
yeah, if
per
you haven't
nostril.
seen that come through, take a look at it. There's a lot of people that are into the Predator program. I enjoy it. It's an excuse to get out of the house and yeah, let's do this interview.
All right, let's do this interview. We'll be right. We'll come back on the end of it.
All right, we are here at Utah 2019 in, what is this, Fairfield? Fairfield, Utah. Kind of, what is it, west of Eagle Mountain?
Of Lehigh and Eagle Mountain, yeah.
West of, and I am joined with Tyler and Caitlin Ely. You are the CEOs. How would you describe?
CEOs, owners, whatever you want to call us.
Of this, I mean, this is a fun fandango of shooting full autos. I mean, so far we've been here today. I've interviewed lots. The one I haven't interviewed is a flamethrower guy. It's a legit flamethrower, isn't it? How many vendors do you have, and how did you get them?
So a little over 50 vendors. We started a couple years ago. We just call around to the vendors, and this year the vendors have just been calling us, really. So we've got, a little over 50 vendors, and most of them are new vendors, which is awesome.
Would you say most of them are from Utah or have a Utah connection?
Yes, we try to keep it local. There are a few companies like Cabela's, that are nationwide, but the point of Utah is for Utah-based companies to come out and show off and debut their stuff.
Okay, now how many years have you been doing it at this location?
This is our third year.
How did you get started in something like this? This is amazing. I mean, with all the vendors and the live fire and the raffles and the giveaways and everything. How did you get started in something like this?
So we always keep ourselves busy. We've got a few different businesses, and so when a friend of ours who used to own Utah Shooters told me that he was kind of getting a little bit burnt out, we bought it from him and decided to turn their range day that they did every year into a bigger event, and so we called some vendors and put it on social media and tried to build it up as much as we could. And now our third year, you know, we've probably got 600 people out here and over 50 vendors, and so it's been growing every year.
Well, it seems like an extremely well-organized event for as different things as you have here. You've got food trucks, you've got accessory vendors, you've got suppressor manufacturers. In fact, what I was amazed at is how do you have all three major suppressor manufacturers right next to each other?
You know what? They actually get along pretty well. And what's nice is usually with their suppressor bays, we have usually an ammo sponsor. So a lot of the suppressors people can go shoot for free, and they're happy to do that because a lot of people, you know, who don't get the chance to shoot suppressed get to come out to this event, and then they get that opportunity to do it. So.
Yeah, suppressed and lots. In fact, you probably be able to hear it in the recording. Some machine gun fire and that type of thing. So it doesn't look like I see a lot of just individuals. It looks like a lot of families walking around here.
Yeah, definitely. This is a family-friendly event. As long as kids are able and willing to wear eye and ear protection, then they're invited. And so we've got a ton of families out here. The kids love shooting the full auto, love shooting the big guns, and a lot of the big guns, surprisingly,
About one more minute.
have very little recoil, and so it's great for kids. Yeah.
Fantastic. So next year, what are the plans for next year? Even bigger, maybe?
Hopefully, you know, bigger, better. Hopefully we'll have bigger prizes for giveaways. We just want to keep making it better and better for people.
How can people find out more about this for next year?
So if you visit www.utahshooters.com, the best way to find out when things are happening is on our social media. On Instagram and Facebook, it's Utah Shooters. And if they have any questions, they can always shoot us a message, and it'll be probably one of us that answers it.
And if they want to become a vendor and exhibit here next year, they can do that too, I imagine.
Yep, absolutely. They can just hop on our website or just send us a message or give us a phone call. We'll be happy to set them up with that.
Caitlin, Tyler, Ely, thank you very much for being on Gun Radio Utah. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
So if you didn't make it out this year, mark your
Next
calendars
year.
for next year. The
Yeah.
same time, just about.
Same time,
You can, go
same
on,
place.
you can go on Facebook and like their page, Utah or Utah Shooters,
Utah Shooters.
and like their page, and you can keep an eye out for when the next one's going to be. But it's usually this weekend every year.
Yep.
Or the last 3 years. So anyway, hey, I got to do a shout out to Chad Krupa. Chad with Utah Firearms Association was there, had a booth there, and has for the last couple of years been up at the legislature helping us out.
Yep.
So doing a good job there. Another shout out to Jared Markell he's the guy, student of the gun. Student of the gun. And he has a podcast and a video thing, YouTube and a channel and that kind of stuff. So he was there doing some filming and stuff. So we had a little tornado there when we were there.
Little dust devil kick up.
Dust devil. It took some tents for a ride.
Awesome. Awesome.
Definitely. Hey, what is this about you getting a permit or something for?
Oh yeah.
Tell us about that.
I passed the Utah lottery qualification and got my 3-season elk tag this past week. So for open bowl, we get to go out do archery, rifle, then muzzleloader. It starts the middle of August and goes till the end or somewhere mid-November.
So can you put an explosive tip on that archery thing?
No, but I'm going to go look at a flamethrower. I'm going to shoot it and cook it right there.
There you go.
Like Ted Nugent says, kill it and grill it right there on the spot. So not a bad idea.
So, yeah, I am ordering at least one of those. Casey will find out the address. She'll order hers.
I'll order mine in pink.
Yeah.
It'll be amazing.
I don't think they have them in pink.
Well, I'll make sure they do.
You can get it Cerakoted, I'm sure.
Exactly. Exactly.
Cerakoted. And then
you can Cerakote anything.
You can Cerakote anything.
Cerakote anything.
So, anyways, yeah, we'll be that'll be some fun. We'll put some videos on YouTube.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool to see. So,
although
I don't know if this time of the year.
This time of year might not be
best ideal.
Yeah, that could be.
You can do some brush control down at Bryan Head. I hear that they.
Is that right?
It works really well down there. Oh, you've heard. That's how the fire started.
When does archery start?
It's coming up just a few weeks away. And get out in the field, enjoy Utah's backcountry.
Fantastic. Hey.